Christina McVie was an English musician, and the vocalist and keyboardist of Fleetwood Mac, which she joined in 1970. Her direct but poignant lyrics focused on love and relationships. McVie was born in the Lake District village of Bouth, Lancashire, and grew up in the Bearwood area of Smethwick near Birmingham. Her father, Cyril Percy Absel Perfect, was a concert violinist and music lecturer at St. Peter's College of Education, Saltley, Birmingham, and taught violin at St. Philip's Grammar School, Birmingham. McVie's mother, Beatrice Edith Maud Perfect, was a medium, psychic, and faith healer. McVie's grandfather was an organist at Westminster Abbey. Although McVie was introduced to the piano when she was 4, she did not study music seriously until the age of 11, when she was reintroduced to it by Philip Fisher, a local musician and school friend of McVie's elder brother, John. Continuing her classical training until age 15, McVie shifted her musical focus to rock and roll when her brother, John, came home with a Fats Domino songbook. Other early influences included the Everly Brothers. McVie studied sculpture at Moseley School of Art in Birmingham for 5 years, with the goal of becoming an art teacher. During that time, she met a number of budding musicians in Britain's blues scene. Her first foray into the music field came when she met 2 friends, Stan Webb and Andy Sylvester, who were in a band called Sounds of Blue. Knowing that McVie had musical talent, they asked her to join. She often sang with Spencer Davis. By the time McVie graduated from art college, Sounds of Blue had split up, and because she did not have enough money to launch herself into the art world, she moved to London and worked briefly as a department store window dresser. McVie was a fan of Fleetwood Mac, and while touring with Chicken Shack, the 2 bands would often meet. They also were both signed to Blue Horizon, and Fleetwood Mac had asked her to play piano as a session musician for Peter Green's songs on the band's second album, Mr. Wonderful. Encouraged to continue her career, McVie recorded a solo album, Christine Perfect. Following her success as a member of Fleetwood Mac, the album was reissued under the name The Legendary Christine Perfect Album. After marrying John McVie, she joined Fleetwood Mac in 1970. She had already contributed backup vocals and painted the cover for Kiln House. The band had just lost founding member Peter Green, and its members were nervous about touring without him. McVie had been a huge fan of the Peter Green era Fleetwood Mac, and since she knew all the lyrics to their songs, she went along. McVie went on to become an integral member, another lead vocalist, and keyboardist of the group. The first album with her as a full-fledged band member was Future Games. It was recorded at London's Advision Studios and included the first with American-born member Bob Welch in place of founding member Jeremy Spencer. Danny Kirwan was still in the band at this point, but he was fired in 1972 after an incident on tour where he refused to perform at a gig after a row with Welch. When McVie married John McVie in 1968, Peter Green was best man. Instead of a honeymoon, they celebrated at a hotel in Birmingham with Joe Cocker, who happened to be staying there, before going off with their own separate bands. The couple divorced in 1976, but remained friends and maintained a professional partnership. During the production of Rumors, she had an affair with Fleetwood Mac's lighting engineer, Curry Grant, which inspired the song You Make Loving Fun. From 1979 to 1982, she dated Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. McVie married Portuguese keyboardist and songwriter Eddie Quintela on October 18, 1986. Quintela and McVie collaborated on a number of songs together, including Little Lies. They divorced in 2003, and Quintela died in 2020. During the height of Fleetwood Mac's success in the 1970s, McVie resided in Los Angeles in a house that had previously been owned by Joan Collins and Elton John. In 1990, she moved to a Grade II listed Tudor Manor House in Wickham, Kent, to which she retired after leaving Fleetwood Mac in 1998, and worked on her solo material. For years, McVie found inspiration in the home's country setting, not only writing songs there, but restoring the house. However, after rejoining Fleetwood Mac in 2014, McVie began spending more time in London, and put the house on the market in 2015. McVie died in hospital on November 30, 2022, at the age of 79.